What's up, everyone? What's up? Give us a moment. Let the peoples come in. And while y'all doing that, I'm getting my beverages together. It has been a long day and an even longer night. But I got time. I got time tonight. What am I having? I am having Cross Creek Sauvignon Blanc. Wait, right there. Oh, y'all can't see that. It's too much light. Anyway, so what I wanted to do today, as you guys are coming in, is first of all, let me give some shout outs. Some people are going to be new to this channel. And well, let me go and do my intro first. Y'all know I'm not used to doing lives, but this was worthy of a live. So you guys know that normally I like to pre-record because I have this, perfection thing. And so I've been working with this format, so I'm comfortable with this particular format. But, getting live, that's a whole nother thing. You got your equipment and all that other stuff. But anyway, for those of you who are new and not already a part of the EOV family, this is the Evolution of Veil. And yeah, on this channel, we talk about trending topics and pretty much everything in between. And one of those trending topics, it's all over Twitter and starting to be all over Facebook by the time I'm done. And that is hashtag Darius Cooks. So social media influencer Darius Cooks, he there's a firestorm of people coming out about years of their issues with him, those experiences, all of them traumatic. Interesting. So I guess they're all lying because everyone's jealous of his influence and his wealth, even though when he first started the scams, there was no wealth. That's how he built the wealth, allegedly. But I do have some personal knowledge. So we're going to get into that in a minute, but I want to say hi to everybody, of course. Hey, D Campos, good to see you. One of our ride or dies, one of our regulars. Shawnee Williams, how you doing, boo? Don Smart, hey Don. I think I saw you on our other side too. Let me know in the chat if that's the same Don Smart. Just give me a thumbs up or something. Hey, there's a Shania Johnson, Karen Taylor. I'm fine. I'm great, Karen, especially now that I have my mic. Diana Williams. Thank you, Diana. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, Pierre. You know you got your wrench, right? So go ahead and use it freely. Ananda V, how you doing? Yeah, Shania, he does think it's all jealousy. And oh, you glad you didn't order no cookbook? I'm glad you didn't too, because yeah. You said you probably still be waiting. No, he said on Larry Reid. I was about to call him Larry King because he might as well. Yeah. Okay. Let me try. Let me be nice. But Darius Cooks said that he has no issues with customer service, even when he does the lives. So I don't know why he would do lives if there was no issues with customer service. That whole nother thing, conversation. What's up, Shawnee Spearman? All right, so with that, I'm just going to get into a quick little intro, and I got a friend in the background who I really, really, really wanted her voice to be heard because she was also over, in the chatterization over there on the Larry Reid side, and yeah, for some reason, all her comments were getting deleted. And I'm like, it's got to be something wrong with YouTube. I don't know how that happens, but yeah. So I wanted to give her her time to express whatever YouTube was deleting, because I'm sure they weren't trying to silence anyone, because that's, I mean, everything they're saying is true. So there's no need to silence people when everything is true. So you know what? What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this first, because again, this is a live, and I didn't get a chance to prep the way I like to prep. I'm gonna allow our guest to come on screen, and while she's sharing the things that she was sharing that disappeared, then I'm going to get it set up for the next piece of my expression. And you ready? Just give me a head nod if you're ready. All right. So welcome everyone to the screen. Christy.
Hey everyone.
What's your sound like?
Sounds good. Can you hear me?
Are you talking?
Yes. Wait, let me see. Can
I'm
you hear me?
Back for a minute. Okay, so Christy's gonna try to figure out what's going on with her sound, and give me a thumbs up when you know that it's working. So again, y'all, this is live, not my normal format. I know that, some people are over to see what it is. And based on some of the comments from Darius Cooks himself, he feels like I am clout chasing to grow my platform because I'm small. He was small at 1.2. So soon we'll be at the same if you're around. Not like threatening if you're around, but like, FBI stuff. So let's see. So I'm gonna jump in the comments for a minute, and then Christy, give me a thumbs up if you know that you were able to fix what's going on down there. What's up, Just So Real? I just saw your text too, but I can't multitask like that. He is aware that there is room for improvement. Okay, like maybe paying back the many people who are alleging that he owes them money. Can start with my 10 grand. Okay, so T. Cora Green, hi, how you doing? I don't think I've seen your name before. Welcome, if I haven't. Nah, the mods were responsible for that. LOL. I knew that. I don't want to mess up your name. Yeah, I don't want to mess up your name. And it's been a long day. So, but welcome. Yes, just saying hi to the chat. You couldn't keep up with him either. Actually, I could. It was dizzying. It was a roller coaster, I tell you. But I'm like, dude, are you aware that this stuff, like every freaking word you were saying, could be proven to be false? And we're going to be doing that along the way. Christy, how we looking? Okay, great. Okay, let's add Christy in. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Oh, let me see. It could be me because I got my volume way down. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Again, go ahead. So anyway, I wanted to introduce Christy because Christy and I have known each other close to 20 years. Mm-hmm. It's not like we hang out all the time or that, but back in the day, we did hang out quite a bit because we had this person in common. The guy who is, if you could see the person, well, me, that's me. I have shorter hair. I'm a lot slender, a lot more slender. And but anyway, who's got their arm around me so they can't. Well, he actually has admitted that we were a couple for 2 years. He has definitely. I was actually surprised too. I thought he's gonna, but I guess you can't dox someone with that kind of information. I can't wait till you know what, Christy, what I can't wait for?
What you can't wait for?
The other exes to come out. So right. I don't just look like the one only bitter ex, the crazy guy.
Well, some other friends, because I look like a bitter Betty, they say. I don't
So anyway, real quick, I'm gonna get a rundown real quick of how our connection and how it happened. So anyway, here's another one. Darius Cooks. Good Lord, Jesus, I gotta get that right. Darius Cooks Yes, he and I dated for 2 years back in, I don't know, 2001, 2002. I got enough documents here. I'll be able to give y'all the rundown of that too. But anyway, we dated. That part was whatever it was. You know, I did break up with him because I felt like he was selfish, and self-centered and narcissistic. But I didn't know it wasn't like this. It was not like this. I just thought it was, you know, he young and he still, you know, Jesus had I known. But anyway, so after that, we didn't talk for maybe a year. And I don't want to get too much because I got a whole, you know, I got other stuff coming about this stuff. But anyway, we dated. We ended up becoming very, very, very good friends, like brothers, for nearly a decade. And during that time, I met many people in his life. He met many people in my life. Our lives were commingled. If you look here, what you're looking at is various trips. And I got a ton of other pictures too. But anyway, we traveled together alone and with friends and hung out, plenty of dinners, church outings, all of the stuff. And that's how I met Christy. Mm-hmm. And so Christy's going to take it away from there.
So I'm just gonna, you know, just give you some bullet points, and I guess as it goes on, I might spill a whole lot. But Darius and I.
Now you know we got other stuff going on, so don't, you know.
Right.
Okay.
Darius and I were friends for a very long time, like over 20 years. So I knew him when neither one of us had anything, and you know, we were kind of, you know, hanging out. We were friends, very, very tight friend group. When you saw one, you probably saw the other, you know what I mean? So we traveled together. We, like you said, did some church outings and things like that. And so
yeah, because we're spiritual, we're God-fearing people. He touts that all the time.
Yeah.
So we don't do people wrong or anything. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. So, you know, I was there for the, you know, the early videos that you were recording. I was there for the cupcake.
Could you repeat that one more time? Because people gonna, you know, he plays it off like we just dated for those 2 years and then he ain't heard from me in 20 years or whatever.
No, you were there. You worked hard. Sometimes we walk in, you're being there working hard. Okay.
Oh, and you remember that. He doesn't seem to remember, but you do. Okay. Listen, and a lot of other people remember, but you know, but go ahead.
With the whole baking thing, like he still doesn't know how to bake to me. That's my opinion. But even those
I have receipts for that is other people's opinion too, including the baker he hired.
Right. So
who has her own company.
So, you know, but it was fun for us because, you know, we were all learning, you know, coming into our talents, and we were all, I think a lot of us, well, I think the three of us, you, myself, and him, had that entrepreneur heart then.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And you know, we were really tight, like loved each other, did things for each other's families, all kinds of stuff. Right. And so I think I was one of the friends that stood out to him because I had the entrepreneur heart. I was very business minded and things like that. So we connected on some other levels as well. But because he even asked me to do PR, I did public relations for that cupcake gallery opening.
I forgot that until you just said that. I remember that now.
I was a publicist for 12 years, and he asked me to come on to do that for him, and I did. For free, because he's my friend and I believed in him. I believed in his dream and what he was doing. So nevertheless, time goes on, we're still friends. Eventually he leaves Chicago, ran out of Chicago, packed his bag, whatever that is. He ran out. He ran. He did not pass go. He didn't collect $200. He ran out of the city. And so for various reasons that will come out too. Right. And so even then I felt like I didn't know the whole story, because then I was, you know, in school and I was doing some other things and, you know, taking care of an entire family. So a lot of stuff we didn't dive deep into. So I didn't know how deep it was. I knew he wanted investors, but I just did not know how deep it was. I just didn't. And so as time went on, we, you know, visited him in New York, visited him in Atlanta. We eventually moved to Atlanta. And then he asked me to help him, right? So I went to Atlanta. I'm just going to skip a little forward. I went to Atlanta.
All of it's going to come out in detail. So she's giving you the points to make her point, basically.
Right. So, you know, went to Atlanta when he decided to open the restaurant, and it was myself, another friend of ours, and one of his D-hivers, and we helped him with the whole grand opening, everything he needed, right? So every time the friends traveled to be with him, we stayed with him. So whether it was 2 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever. So whenever he says, Christy, live with me, that wasn't the case. I'll explain that in a second. So anyway,
because I was like, she didn't tell me that part.
I did not. So I went to Atlanta, helped him open up the restaurant. Brian was his executive chef who went to high school with, and he asked Brian to run Grins and Gravy as an executive chef. Darius got depressed, didn't realize how hard it was to run a restaurant. It was too much, it was bogging him down, and he got depressed and did not come out of his room for days. Brian said, call Christy back because I can't move back to Chicago. I need to be here. He called me. I went, and that's all she wrote. I had already quit my job in April. I didn't get the call from him until June. So when he said stuff like, "Oh, I quit my job," I had quit my job and moved to Atlanta. No, that wasn't the case. I wasn't leaving Chicago. I left Chicago when I went to be with him in June, and I was there for 30 days running his business. So where else was I supposed to go? In a hotel?
Right.
No. I was with him in his home, making sure he was good and still taking care of his Greens and Gravy restaurant. I didn't know anything about running a restaurant, anything. I was business minded. I was a manager, in the administrative realm and things like that, but I did not know. So come the end of July, I was like, well, I might as well move down here. I need a change or whatever. So I did. In August, I moved to Atlanta, and for a whole year and a half, I ran Greens and Gravy for him. He was hardly there. He was traveling under doctor's orders, quote unquote, because I didn't see any paperwork. I barely saw any
What you
medication.
said? Traveling under doctor? What do you mean? Like
He
the
said that
doctor told him to travel?
the doctor told him he needed to rest and travel. It was too much. He was under too much stress. There is
The
travel.
doctor said not only. Now I've heard the rest part. I know that's that happens. I've never heard a doctor say you need to rest and travel.
I'm pretty sure he did not. I'm pretty sure that was something that came out of his mouth and said.
Is that
But
when
that's
is that when the alleged lies started to get ridiculously unbelievable?
Listen, at this point, I was his friend. Who else moves from one state to another when their friend calls?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Me, hold on. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah,
Okay.
you muted a little
Someone
bit, but
was
yeah.
calling me. I should put the phone on do not disturb. But he, I, I was his friend. I loved him to pieces. Still do.
I
And
know. I've
even
even tweeted
still,
that. He probably thinks I'm like picking at him, but it's true. Those are moments where my heart does ache still.
right,
I do. I still love him. It's crazy because
right.
there are some great things about him, but his dark side, oh my God. And these dehivers,
Yeah,
the ones who haven't pissed him off have never
right,
seen it.
right.
But go
So
ahead. I'm sorry because I
that's
get
okay.
emotional about
So
this stuff.
I still was his friend, and my concern was to make sure that he was okay and to make sure that his dream stayed prosperous, right? That he
Mm-hmm.
still had this restaurant up and running. And I was concerned about these people that you sold this dream to. You did all of this training to train them to run Greens and Gravy, the recipes and all of that. And now you're telling these people that you're going to close shop. And he said this on social media, that he was going to leave the restaurant to Brian and I. Eventually, he changed his mind and he did not. So I ran Greens and Gravy for him. 95 of my 95% of my time was spent at Greens and Gravy. I didn't do anything else because I didn't really have any friends in Atlanta, right? And I had family, but all of my time was spent at Greens and Gravy running his restaurant. His restaurant. And he changed on me. He changed. Eventually, when he got well, he changed and he came back and he realized that this restaurant was still doing what it was supposed to do, that it did not fall by the wayside. It always had an A rating. Always. They can look that up. When I was there,
Oh,
we
I've seen the
always
comments.
had an A rating with the health inspector. I didn't, because you are my friend. I'm holding this down for you. I'm holding this down for you, Darius. And then you decided to, I don't know who got in his ear, Lavelle. I really don't. I don't even remember why he changed. Oh, yes, I do. I'm lying. I remember because I said to him, I want to start a coffee business, Darius. This is what I want to do.
He brought that up, and you were there, but
I was there.
your voice was silenced, but you were there. You
I was there.
saw him just say that, yeah.
So
yep.
he lied. Number one, okay, so a couple of lies. He said that I drove his car. My car broke down when I was there. How was I supposed to make any runs to Restaurant Depot? And you saw his baker said the same thing. She did a lot of running to Restaurant Depot and them other stores for him.
And she said she has the I think she said PayPal receipts or something from him paying her back. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I don't have a car, how am I supposed to run? How am I supposed to do that? I'm not taking the Uber. So he offered his car. He had two. He had a Mercedes drop top, and he had that Jeep. Right? I drove the Jeep. So don't say I drove your car like I was down on my luck.
And then he said he said in his other live, because yes, Darius, I do be watching, of course, in the shadows, because I ain't trying to give away my username
right
or names, because I know how you operate. And once you find those and block those, trust me, we got an army, buddy. But anyway, but yeah, he said in his live that when he came back from, his doctor ordered travels,
right,
that he needed his vehicle. He had no vehicle, so what else is he supposed to do? So when he asked you for the Jeep back, you had an attitude. But now he didn't mention that he had two cars and he wanted to use the particular one you needed in order to service him. He didn't mention that.
Of course he didn't. I was not using his car for personal reasons.
Let me say this real quick, just as and then we are going to, put the comments up as well, but we want to get Christy's side. But I want you guys to hear this as we're talking, so you can. I don't know how many dehivers we have here. I'm hoping we can start a recovery group of some sort, because you're going to need it. Trust me. But what I want you guys to start paying attention to, not just in this live, but I'm talking about in general, because this is just the beginning. Just the beginning is that he tells half truths. So there'll be some truth in some of it. Some of it's just outlandish. Some of it is outlandish, but some of it, like he told a half truth about me in the beginning, that's my ex from, we dated for 2 years. True. Totally left out the 10 years of best friendship and all the shit that all the stuff. God, try not to curse on this channel. All the stuff that Christy just said that I do, or did rather. So pay attention to the half truths as we and he and everything else that's coming out after this go through this. Pay attention to that. It's key.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, keep going. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said that. I'm not I'm not a polished host. Usually it's me by myself.
Okay. So I'm just trying to debunk some of the new lies, because this is not what he told his followers when he fired me. Why he fired me. He said that these whole receipts that I was a bad manager and I wasn't take care of business and nothing like that. But I'm telling you, the receipts prove differently. These people know how hard I worked for Greens and Gravy. These people know every time they walked in there, it was me. When they called on the phone or they inboxed me, can I get some seats? I worked magic for these people, his dehivers. And even though his popularity kept people coming, I still had to service the people in the community, people that just happen to Google soul food or whatever. I still had to be there for those people too. So it wasn't just your popularity that kept that restaurant.
No, because
had to have someplace to come to.
Because look at when you were dismissed, how the ratings and everything went down. I've seen the health inspection reports that are flooding Twitter. Again, guys, if you want to see any of this, all of it is online. Now we're working to organize it for you, because it's a lot and it's all kind of all over the place right now. But everything we're talking about, well, besides my life with him, dating, right? Everything we're talking about, pretty much, well, in regards to his alleged scams, and I'm only saying that because some things you just got to say just until the handcuffs are on and stuff. You know how it goes. But I forgot my thought, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
So anyway, so I addressed the living with him part, right? Reason why I drove his car. He did have two cars. I gave it back. I did not have an attitude, because I went right and started renting a car, which that was too much. So anyway, what else did he say? The laptop, the severance in the laptop. So
now remember we got other stuff going on. So I'm just giving you little reminders here or there.
So it was a lie.
So that,
it was a lie. He lied about that. I have receipts to prove that. He lied about that whole severance thing. And then the newest lie today on Larry Reid Live, when he said that we would never be friends again. It would never happen. That's true.
That.
That's true. Secondly,
it's true here too.
I put my business cards my coffee business cards. First of all, I didn't have business cards yet. It was a brand new business. I hadn't even made any sales for the business. But when I went to him about starting a business, he said, and I quote, "We have enough coffee shops. It would never be successful. Do away with that idea. Don't do it." Well, I'm 3 years in of that coffee lounge, 3 years in. I'm doing very well.
You said it's online, right?
It is. I have
I
an
need you to
online
promote
coffee
that right here.
business.
Because here's the other piece. Because Darius talks about, Darius Cooks, aka Darius Cooks, talks about how what is it? All publicity is good publicity, and he made 100-something grand off of the last time someone tried to call him out. So what I've learned from him, and I thank you, Darius, is that because you're brilliant, like when you're not being dark. No, even in your darkness, you're brilliant. This is crazy. But anyway, what he's earned money from it, right?
Yeah.
So why can't we? ain't that how the game go? Like his game,
right.
So I need you to, let the audience know.
Yeah, he lied. I never ever put business cards in his. I never used his Restaurant Depot card. Like everything that I did on my own. I learned and I did it on my own. Besides, I don't want coffee beans from Restaurant Depot. I got it straight from the farmers. You know what I'm saying? I learned how to do it because I was determined to start a coffee company, and I thought my friend would be supportive, and he was not, which is fine. Not all of your friends have to be supportive, but him, because I helped you, I thought at least you would have encouraging words. You didn't have to, I ain't never asked you for any money, but at least can I get some encouraging words out of you?
He doesn't have the nature or the ability. Again, we dated. We were in a 2-year relationship.
Yeah.
And when I woke up and realized he didn't have the ability to do those sort of things. That's why we broke up. That's how we ended up being friends for 10 years after. It wasn't he didn't have a great personality, wasn't funny and all. Wasn't that. It was he has an issue with intimacy and relating to people on a human level consistently.
Yeah.
So I'm loving how I'm seeing his newest motherly figure defending him in that light. Did you notice that as well?
I saw it.
Do you see patterns here?
Yes.
Because she's only known him, she said, since 2015.
Yeah.
There was one before her. There was another before that.
Yeah.
And then we slowly make it back to his original mom, and that's a whole new story. And I am going to cover that. I'm not going to be mean about it, but I am going to cover it.
I tweeted about that. I tweeted.
This is deep, y'all. This is deep.
So he lied. He's always lying, and it's a new lie. And it's like these dehivers don't have a memory, or they refuse to like. If you listen to what he said, he dragged me. Then he tried to have the nerve to say that I did a smear campaign when you can never find anything online because you and I talked about this. I just don't have it in me to smear him like that, even though you was okay for me to be evicted because like I had 3 months rent saved up. Couldn't hardly find a job in Atlanta, so I had to come back to Chicago. And your thing is, I paid you cash. What does that even mean? I started working for you in April of 2017, not August. I was your virtual assistant. Tell that.
Right.
I started, and you started paying me in PayPal as an independent contractor, and that's how you just kept it when I moved over to.
But so, I have owned multiple businesses. You know that, Darius. I was an entrepreneur when he met me at 20. Yeah. But when you do independent contractor, there's like stipulations on it. You can't have them operating as an employee and have the same restrictions on them as you do with an employee and then call them a contractual worker. And that I got confused because some of the stuff that you and I caught up about, it was conflicting with what I know legally to be okay as being an independent contractor.
Right.
And this is coming from corporate America and being an entrepreneur. I had independent contractors in my last corporate job that was just last year.
Right.
And we couldn't play that game. And I knew those rules very well. And it sounds like he was crossing the line with that.
You were, and you kept saying online, I pay her in cash and PayPal. You were paying me on the table. So who's listening? Is the IRS listening? Because I paid my taxes and I got the documents to prove it. I paid my taxes.
Did he even give you a 1099 at the end of the year?
He did not, but my accountant was like, it doesn't matter. Let's do it. I showed them everything.
So how's he doing his accounting? Because wouldn't he need your 1099 to properly do his accounting at his business?
He didn't do any of that for me.
Oh,
And I did
wow.
not sign
Anyone from the IRS listening?
and I did not sign a non-disclosure agreement like all the other employees did. I didn't sign one.
That's good. I didn't
So,
sign one either because he wasn't nobody when I met him. So I
so,
got a lot to say.
so, I mean, these lies, like I can keep up with the lies because I'm gonna keep telling you that you're lying.
Right.
That's just blatant lies. And I'm sick of it, and it's just time to hear my story. And I don't even try to prove myself to the de-hirers because y'all, they know the truth. They just want to
Yeah.
say that they don't.
And you know what I'm seeing? Because I'm hanging out with you de-hivers. I'm getting to know you guys. Honestly, in these, decade or so after he scammed me, and we'll get into I'm gonna talk about that, but not right here because I want that to be nicely packaged up. But it's coming very, very soon. Actually, tomorrow. I'll just be honest. It's coming to tomorrow.
Okay.
Stay tuned. Anyway, what I've noticed with the de-hivers, and I get it from an emotional standpoint, because we know that Darius, his personality is intoxicating. And this is the part I honestly was talking to someone very important, and we'll find out on Monday. You guys will know who I talked to. I was talking to them, and I got emotional talking about how he's seducing women virtually. And yes, they know he's, gay and all of that, but I've seen comments of, oh, it's like you, my boyfriend, like we talking 3 times a day, da da da. And so for some of these primarily women, primarily of a certain age, he's like their virtual boyfriend or husband. And so when you talk about what we're putting to light, because it's undeniable if you really want to see it, even without us talking about it, it ain't just about the crimes to humanity. And there are tons of them, and I'm going to show as many as I can. Well, I'm sorry, our team, because there's a bunch of us, and thank God it is. But as much as we can, package up neatly for you, but I'm sure we're only uncovered so much. Well, I don't know. We're kind of uncovering a ton of shit. But anyway, but even that, it's like there's a death of a relationship.
Yeah.
Someone I see and talk to, even if it's keyboard talking, virtually, you're going to take that person from my life?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're the only person I talk to and see every day. This nigger is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because it's an emotional mind F that's going on.
Yeah.
He emotionally mind F me after our relationship, not during the relationship. He was young and immature. But as friends, he did later, through the 10 years. He did it to you. And he's done to a ton about it. And I just can't wait for more people to start talking, because people are going to want to say like, oh, he's just the jealous, bitter ex or whatever. But
they love
I got all our 12 friends who weren't exes who going to back up everything I'm saying, and they have their own stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but let's do the comments real quick.
Like, I'm not bitter. I'm pissed. Like, what do you mean I'm not bitter?
You know what? I'm hurt. I'm disappointed, hurt, dismayed,
right.
feel bamboozled. I put out a tweet. The Tyra Banks, we were rooting for you. Remember, she was yelling at that model. Yeah. We were rooting for you. All of us were rooting for you. I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't too loud in the mic.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, because when he started that everyday cooking, the first freaking video, because I was there, I was the person holding that camera. And unless he takes it down after this, but don't worry, because I still got it. But unless he takes it down, y'all can go to his channel. I don't care about that, because he said he gonna make money off all this going on. We are too, and that's totally fine. This is his game. We're pawns. Well, we were pawns, but now we're the opposition.
Yeah. But
the de-hive are pawns in his chess game. We're the opposition. But that's just what he does. Like, that's just a part of how he operates. And you can only do that for so long. We are talking about a situation that is going to be national. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be national. One of the reasons I'm covering it too, because it's going to help me grow. It's going to be national, and it's going to be big, because it's even outside of all this stuff y'all hearing about. We haven't even unveiled the other stuff yet.
Yeah.
It's so deep. It's deeper than any of us knew.
Yeah.
But let me do some comments real quick, and if you gotta go, let me know when you.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay,
And
perfect.
I can answer any questions if people
Okay,
have
so
questions.
let's see what everybody's saying. That was me with my volume down. I apologize again. Y'all know I'm new to lives. I think I've only done 2 or 3. Sean Spearman is saying refunds question mark. I know that's probably something we talked about earlier, but yeah, people don't. So here's the thing with any scammer. They're always going to have a percentage of people that they actually follow through with, so that they don't have 100% people saying this didn't happen.
Exactly.
They have to leave some level of benefit of doubt. So if I had 1,000 people purchase something from me, if I gave 20 of them, delivered for 20 of them, whatever it was, whether a tangible thing or a service, they're going to say, no, but I got mine. No, the service was great. So then it builds benefit of doubt for people that didn't have that experience.
Yeah.
And some people who had it then question, well, maybe I hit the wrong key. And I've seen people commenting that maybe I clicked on the wrong thing. I'm like, no, he clicking on your mind. But anyway, who's next? Seems like he's gonna go down soon. Yeah, I'm not sure how soon, but there are a lot of it's not just commoners looking into this. It's not just everyday people. Let's be honest. He is not humble at all. No, he's never been. Actually, when he was younger, though, it was more like a goofy arrogance. I think as he got, would you let me know what you? Because what age did you meet him at? You knew him before I did.
I don't remember his age. I just know it was 2000. Well, no, maybe about a year before you did. So
okay, so
2000.
But his character, he was actually just sweeter. Like he'll show you this like on camera and all that sweet part of him, but like to know him, that part is different. The ego is just, and the scammer, alleged scamming wealth that has come with that, his only, like they say, and I don't know if I said it in my last video or not, like, people will say the money is the root of all evil, but that's not true. It's the love of money is the root of all evil. And the other piece of that is that when people have money, when they build wealth, money in and of itself is not the issue. It really just enhances what's already there. So if you're a great person, you're a giving, loving person, when you get wealth, you spread more of that because you have more access and ability to do it. If you are not a good person, or you just got really, you got a dark side and you got a lot of trauma and things that has caused maybe some alleged psychiatrical situations, then that's gonna be enhanced and become much bigger. And that's what we're dealing with. So we're talking about a situation of someone who has nearly, I don't know, the numbers all over the place. So 3 to 4 million followers across all platforms. That has emboldened him. And yeah, we're just seeing how that looks on a grander scale than when we knew him, well, you knew him like 3 years ago was the last time you interacted with him. Yeah. Hey, Tikora Green, welcome to the family. Join that text community, y'all. I know I didn't do my proper intro. Just call me Stallion. Just so real is laughing. I know. I was having such a positive conversation with her the other night, and it probably looks like I'm totally the opposite, but I'm sure she understands. This person's Ananda says, I was trying to update Twitter and you, but I gave up. Don't give up. Use my text community number. It's actually on Twitter, and send me anything you have. We actually have a survivors hotline as well. So I'll be sharing all this stuff. Stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to put like something more concise and packaged together. But my text community is on any video you watch. You're going to see that, especially the more recent ones. You'll see that number. Actually, it's in the comments below too in some of the videos when I remember. Don says the lady that worked for him spilled some hot tea. Well, you talking about this lady? Christy?
I think you're talking about the baker from.
Oh yes. I screenshotted that, and she is another person that has joined the team. Ooh, he was big. That's not kind. That's not kind. We're not doing that. It's true, but we're not doing that. Right. Okay. Actually, I didn't even notice the difference in his weight change until I looked at old pictures.
Oh, he noticed. That's why he's had 3 surgeries.
I know. And another one this past week. You know about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't realize how. Let me take that down for me. I didn't realize, because now we gossiping, y'all. Y'all getting insight. I didn't realize how much his weight bothered him, because he talked about it in jest a lot, and the other friends we had, well, y'all had, I was just on the outside, the boyfriend. But some of them were larger, and so they all kind of, I'm fat, we about to eat this stuff up because I'm fat, and da-da-da. Ooh, I just broke this chest. That's because my fat ass. Like, it was a jokey thing.
Yeah.
But now that he's been on this platform, and I have seen people dragging him, like, as I've read through, I'm doing an archive thing for the evidence that we need. Okay. But I'm seeing that, wow, that really was Achilles' heel for him. And I didn't, but he kind of hid it in a way. So that was enlightening for me, like something I didn't previously.
Well, I was with him on the first time he went.
You did say that. You did say that.
I drove him and everything, and I stayed with him. And I even laughed at him when the nurse was pounding on his back trying to get that gas to move, honey. I'm just like, listen, I was with him, but he will not tell that. He will say, "Oh, I could have got anybody to go with me." That's how you feel. That's fine. You could have.
My comments then jumped around. And I ain't got my glasses on. I'm struggling, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on, maybe I can find it. I wanted to. Okay, even if I skipped you, I apologize because I don't have my glasses. Oh, here we go. It's a question. What did it say? What about his family in Chicago? Does he have one? You want to answer that for me, Chrissy, while I try to figure this part out? Okay,
yes.
That was the next comment.
Yes, he has family in Chicago. He has some really close cousins and aunts and stuff like that. So he has family, he has friends, really good friends still. Some of they used to be our mutual friends, not anymore. But yeah, he does. He has family. Yeah,
he actually had he still does. What I noticed is that, like, he's built kind of a newish family around him. So he still kind of knows people, and he has some people who stuck with him because of the fame. That he didn't scam because he didn't feel like they were worthy of scamming, like they had no money and no intellect that he could rob from. And that's no shade.
It's the truth.
What I know to be fact. So those people are still around because they need him and I ain't gonna say need him, but look up to him. It's not a struggle or competition.
Yeah, and they're enabling him because no one will tell him he's wrong when he knows he's wrong.
There you go.
They know he's wrong,
and we would. That's another issue. Well,
I think he changed on me a little bit, and I think some of the D-hivers noticed that I was not impressed with your shenanigans. I don't like that, and I told him periodically, but that's why he had those D-hivers that would travel and come to Atlanta, or the ones in Atlanta, and I don't want to be in that. I'm working at the restaurant.
Okay, next one is Don. Sonny Anderson even talked about him. Yes, Sonny Anderson has been talking about him since 2010, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere 2010, 11, because as she was coming in and he was starting to get a little notoriety, is actually when our friendship totally was starting to dissolve. So he was starting to push me away, and I didn't realize it was like, all of it, I'm your videographer. I've decorated all your home. Again, I ain't gonna tell too much because we got other videos coming out for that. But all these things were happening. It was like once he started looking like something was about to happen and was starting to happen, he started pushing me away. And Sonny Anderson was one of those pivotal moments of twisting, because I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I knew she had talked to him. They were communicating on Twitter or something, and he was so excited about it. He's like, she coming to Chicago and da-da-da and this and that. And I'm like, oh my God, so cool. And I'm thinking, because I'm with you every day, all day, I'm fanning out a little bit too. Right. And I'm thinking, like, again, I didn't need nothing from him financially or anything like that, but as a human, I'm kind of like, oh, cool, this is going to be cool, because if he seeing Sonny and she coming to the house for them to do whatever they, I think he's supposed to cook or something, I can't remember. But I'm like, of course, because I'm the videographer and I'm always involved in this stuff, then I'm gonna be there. But that day she was coming, I wouldn't need it. I wasn't needed. And I was like, okay. And but
I have
anyway,
many of those stories that happened with me and G Garvin.
yeah. Wait, you said G. Okay. Well, some of this we ain't giving them. Not right now. Y'all gotta wait. I'm gonna ask you about that offline.
Okay.
Because there was some talk about that. So we trying to, put some pieces together. We got this timeline thing going on.
All right.
Anyway, yes. So Sonny Anderson was cool with Darius. They were never friends. It was a social media kind of thing, and it was like a collaboration. Like we do on YouTube, we connect. Like some of us become friends, but just because you do a video with someone does not mean you're their friend. So it was like a business situation. And she was trying to put a black man on, to be honest. And he did some bogus stuff that she felt uncomfortable. Like, okay, wait, feel like he kind of using me in the situation. He was doing too much too soon. And what really ended it was the last scam. Allegedly. Do I have to say allegedly for that? Well, I guess so, because he ain't been convicted yet. Okay, so alleged last scam, which was the
Fresh Go.
Fresh to Go or Fresh Go?
Fresh Go.
Okay, Fresh Go. Look at you remember that outlet. So it was the online grocery store. I know y'all have heard about this. He gonna claim they ain't got nothing to do with it. I know otherwise.
I know
knows otherwise. I got a phone full of contacts that know otherwise. But anyway, we'll handle that at the appropriate time. But anyway, so that happened. And what occurred was he defrauded, allegedly, I guess, I got to say, allegedly, he defrauded with credit card scam, charged, I think it was, I couldn't remember. I was talking to someone about this and I couldn't remember if it was like 80 people, 100, but it was a nice amount. And they were all charged a certain amount. Again, I ain't gonna get too much. Some of this y'all gotta wait on. But anyway, they were charged a certain amount. So people started reaching out to Sonny Anderson because, and I want to tell this part of the story because she has been doxxed by that motherfucker. And I'm cursing because I'm passionate about this piece because it pisses me off that he's been lying about her for fucking 10 years, saying that she's a hater when really, had he not been the kind of person that he is, he probably would have had a Food Network show at some point. She was putting him on. But anyway, he's been trying to act like she got jealous. She was trying to push him. I don't know. It's craziness. So people started contacting her through social media, DMing, because they could not get in touch with him. All of a sudden, he ghosted them too, like he does everybody. Anytime you have an issue, any of you D-hivers, when you have that first order that, doesn't happen for you because you're a part of that pile that doesn't ever get taken care of, you'll see, because it's a cycle. It always happens the same. Hey, Darius. I just got, my spirit told me he's watching this. But they were reaching out to her, and being a human with feelings, she was trying to figure out, to get them some kind of help with the situation. And so she reached out. This is her story, and it's in writing, so I'm just repeating what's in writing. She reached out to Darius. She called him. As she was talking to him, he hung up on her. Again, in writing, check her Twitter. He hung up on her. She called back. He blocked her on everything, and she never talked to him again. That was 10 years ago. And then we know about, all the stuff I saw on social media, not social media, it was a website link someone sent me about that scam and all the people who were part of that company, not part of it, but customers who, cards had illegally got charged. So anyway, that was the Sonny Anderson story. Sonny Anderson really had nothing to do with this at all, really, besides, unfortunately, she saw someone online who had a little promise. They reached out to her. She was trying to help somebody out, and it ended up being a person who is now known as an alleged crook. So, and she, because I think the reason he does that to her, or has, hey Darius, the reason she has is because, I don't know, I feel the need to say that every once in a while, is because she had a larger platform at that time. She was already on the Food Network. She had her own show. I think that was maybe her second show or something. And she's still around. I don't know if she's on Food Network, but she still is on TV. And I think he felt the need to do that because he had to convert the D-Hive, his wives. Should I call it wives and girlfriends? Yep. I feel like they need another name. Okay, anyway, next comment. Did you have anything to add to that, Christy?
No.
Okay, next comment. I remember you, Christy. Hey, Cheryl. Do you
Hey,
remember Cheryl
girl.
Ryan? You probably got to see a picture or something. What else, Cheryl got to say? I remember you and the doggy. Oh, the doggy.
Oh
And
yeah.
had to move in an apartment. Yeah,
Mhm.
he don't like pets, and he alluded to in his live that they were laughing about your dog for some reason. You know what he doxes.
Oh, because I bought the dog before I moved into my apartment, and the dog stayed for like a couple of days or something. But then whenever he would come to my house, it's all, hey Gracie, hey Gracie, hey Gracie. So he's just dramatic.
Oh, playing it up. He's an actor sometimes too.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. Who's next?
Yep.
Oh, with your daughter. I'm sorry. No, you had another part to that. Yes, with her daughter and her doggy and her grandchild. Okay, so Dorita says, interesting. But Darius speaks about his former employees, colleagues in such haphazard ways, like they didn't matter. So and you can add to this, but I need to say this piece.
Okay.
That's a pattern with him.
Yeah.
You're cool. He loves you, or he gives the feeling of loving you, adoring you, enjoying you, and something switches at some point. And we can't always usually you never can, because if something happens in his mind. I don't, Christy, the truth is you said someone got in his ear. I don't feel like people always get in his ear. I think it's his mind.
I think he may have had, okay, so this is my thing. I think that when he feels like you're getting ready to either share his spotlight, steal his spotlight, or someone is giving you more praise than they're giving him, then something in him clicks.
True.
Something clicks, and then he changes on you. And he starts to treat you differently. And then he might mention that or say something really shady to someone, and because they're enablers, they will validate that.
Yes.
So that's what I mean with got in his ear. Like, they didn't just randomly bring it up. I think he had expressed something to them. And then, just like the D-hivers or that other scammer that I'll talk about.
Yeah, because we got plenty more coming.
Yeah. And so
we probably got, we got a long time. I see he's he already is he had Kitchenista, he put a claim in on her on some platform. What platform is this? Oh, on TikTok. So this is what's going to help us, though, guys. And I just want you to know, for those of you who are understanding what's really occurring here, because this is Black Trump, but thankfully he's not as powerful. Like, he got a little money, but he ain't powerful. He doesn't know how to manipulate, media and all of that stuff, but we got receipts. So what we need you guys to do is start spreading the word. So when you see things on Twitter, the hashtag Darius Cooks, very important to use that. I've learned some things about social media from Darius. Back in the day, he wouldn't really share and he was doing things, but I was watching. So now that I'm a, blogger who he thinks is only here for clout for him when I already had shit happening, but that's another story. But I am going to make some money off you because I'm hoping to make my 10 grand plus back that you owe me. And our other friend who he actually just texted me some stuff. Oh, that should be, I'm talking too much. God damn it. Talking too much. Okay, so anyway, we need you guys to share that when you see posts. It's so important because, he can silence me, to be honest. Well, he can and he can't, but he can do some things to make it challenging for me. The great part is that we have such a coalition behind us, and he probably thinks I'm doxing with that. I am not in the least. Christy's on here because, she was the closest to him, probably the most recent. And I had a major issue with what I saw occurring with her. And so she came out a lot quicker in this way than she was supposed to, because we got other stuff happening too.
Right.
But yeah, you guys just share this, because the more we get this out, the harder it is for him to squash it. He can't, block or close the accounts of hundreds of thousands of people. He just cannot. So understand what's happening here. And I'm working on some stuff, and I'll be telling y'all in our VIP text community. I'll put that up before this is out, because I want to get through comments. Zodiac, what's Zodiac sign is here? Hey, Grits and Wavy. You never text me back from you asked me about them tumblers. I sent you what what you asked me, and then You acted like Darius and ghosted me.
Oh.
I ain't even gotta say allegedly. Shit, I know he ghosts. He has ghosted me.
Yeah.
Okay. He is a Capricorn. His birthday is December 29th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, December 29th. So he's like, Capricorns, I do, do the signs, pay attention and stuff. They're very business minded and all of that. He absolutely is. Darius is a big picture thinker. He's brilliant at that. And I'm gonna always give him his props. Like through this whole ride, whatever's happening with us, hey Darius. I'm gonna give him his props, like the things that are great about him, because I do still have love for him. I just do. But it's like if you had a family member who was on drugs. And in them being on drugs, like before they were on drugs, they was like your bestie. And you loved them, you grew up with them and all of that. And then they got on drugs and they started stealing from you. Maybe they tried to fight you or they hurt some other people in your family. And y'all had to put them at a distance, hoping that they would heal. And then you come back and you can love on them again. They could be what you love. Well, Darius is that for us. The difference is his drug is greed, money, and power. Well, he ain't got a lot of power, but the money piece that appears to make him have power, but he really kind of don't. I mean, he how many employees he really got? I'm very curious. Like after the restaurants,
probably none. I don't know.
Okay,
let quite a few go.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I ask questions here or there from people to put all these pieces together. But yeah, he's a Capricorn. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So what's next? Yeah, that dark side takes over. That's what that switch. I don't know if I even finished my statement, but that switch, whatever's happening, because like I was just saying, Chrissy, I just don't believe it's always someone in his ear. Well, you just said it. It's that competition, and he diminishes whatever that talent or gift that he adored in you and appreciated in you gets minimized right before he starts to cut you off. I've seen that. I experienced it, but then I've seen it happen and other stories of the many people on our roster. Okay, next. Don Smart. Sometimes you can't help you. That is so true. That is so true.
That's true.
Darius, you got me in therapy. No, you don't. I was already in therapy. But no, I have talked about this situation even before I really came forward. Because I saw all the foolishness and I really was battling with, I had been silent so long and knowing that he was going to dox me, because I know how he play. And, but yeah, I'm ready. My therapist is with me. Well, God, first of all, of course. He seems, I guess, hella arrogant too. Because he is like great observer. You're a great observer.
Yeah.
There you go. Chrissy just said, yeah. And any former colleagues that have spoken out, he have said that they have said, I guess they were the ones doing all of the work, but he kept bragging about being the millionaire and the talent. Chrissy, you want to speak on that a minute? I mean, you kind of did. I don't know. Maybe we'll save that for later. Yes. Yes.
That is true.
Exactly. No disagreements here. Don is agreeing with. Let me know if this mic too loud. I know I'm yelling. I'm excited. It's finally happening. Grits and Wavy. Yeah, very arrogant. Yes, they're agreeing. They're agreeing in the chat. Where are the trolls? Like, Pierre, are you working that hard? Because I don't know how many other moderators are in here, but are you working that hard? Because I ain't seen not one skip through. Or they not looking? Okay. Yes, the baker spilled the tea. Yes. She got a story to tell. She put some pieces together too. Okay. I remember all of this. Yeah, we do too, unfortunately, and we lived it too. Yeah. He's the king of blocking. Yes, that's how he silences his victims/survivors.
Yeah.
So what then it starts to look like is that we don't exist, because he'll say, "Where they at?" Well, they were blocked by you. Yeah. However, they now have a new platform. Well, multiple platforms. And so, yeah, we're here. They're here. And, stay tuned. All right, next. Not a recovery group, sad but funny. Exactly. And honestly, after I stopped being mad about blatant ignorance, and I'm just, it sounds mean, but blatant ignorance, I started to realize and pay attention. Like I started looking at it from another lens. And that's when I noticed, oh my God, they're being manipulated in a more emotional way.
Yeah.
They're falling in love with him the way we did. Like I don't blame them for that, and that's when I kind of snapped out of the victim blaming. With them at least, was where I was like, well, shit, you fell for it too. How you gonna point fingers at them?
Yeah.
And you lived with, like, you were in it. You was with him. These people ride harder for him than I do at this point, than I ever would have, because I was never riding for his wrongs ever.
Right.
But they ride harder for him, and many of them ain't met him at all. Ain't even probably might have commented something he ain't even respond to, but they riding for him like they know him. And I'm like, I used to sleep with him. You don't know him better than I do. You just don't.
Long road trips with, like, I
right. We traveled together. My first trip to Florida was with him. We traveled to Atlanta. I don't know if it was his first trip, but it was definitely mine. And I remember, I'm giving away stuff from my future stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna say this little tidbit because it was special. Like, as I thought about it, when it came back to me, is that my first trip to Atlanta was with him. And we flew, and we ended up, because you know him. Anytime, and y'all know him, y'all know what he gives y'all, the D-Hive. Anytime he goes places, it's kind of like, oh, this restaurant here and that. No, we gotta go there. We gotta go there. I loved that about him, because wherever we were traveling, I was like, whatever you want to do. That helps his ego, and he's controlling. So that was perfect. For me, it was, that's your gift. That's what you do. So I don't need to tell you, oh, well, what about this? No, where we going?
Right.
And so we were doing that in Atlanta. And I think we traveled 4 restaurants, but it was like a house party or something. I think he was kind of catering. I think it was like a first time he kind of somewhat did a Darius Cooks. Dining with Darius rather, but it was like real loose. It was a party, house party kind of thing, and I think he provided. I think we did the food, or he did the food, but I was there, and we fell in love with Atlanta, and we both said, like, we were sitting in the car, and we was like, so like I could live here. Like, we both kind of came to that moment together, and I'm like looking at, like, he lived there, so like he, my plan is to get there when I retire. Like, I got too much going on here. But it made me smile because he made it happen. Yeah. But then made me sad because of the way it's happened. Yeah. Okay, I'm oversharing. Next one. Hey, Ari. Yeah, the D-Hive Recovery Group. And you're very educated. Help these people out. Give me some pointers on how to, do what I need to do. You got some people you need to talk to who done book those dining with Darius. They ain't gonna get their money back if they cancel though, but whatever. Okay, so Don, very manipulating individual, so I hear.
Yes.
Well, yes. You don't even have to hear it anymore. Just believe it. Yeah. Anybody who follows me, I don't know how many, at the end of this, I'll be able to tell like how many people are actually my subscribers and all of that stuff. But any of you who are my subscribers, and especially my day ones, y'all know I don't just do mess. Y'all know that for a fact. Y'all know me. Y'all know my heart. Y'all know. So y'all know if I'm doing this, y'all ain't got to question it. Y'all know for a fact. Even when I report on other stuff, y'all know if I don't know, I'm going to say, I don't know. Or I ain't going to report on it. Or it's too messy and I don't want to be involved because I don't do messy stuff. So that gives me comfort. My V-Hive is not as expensive yet, but they got my back too. So
we do.
Yes. Appreciate it. Look at you. I got a new D-Hiver. I mean V-Hiver. Yeah. We're actually the evolvers over here.
Okay.
Because we're evolved. Okay, so I heard he couldn't stand women. What do you say about that? Without giving too much away about his history.
Okay. I'm going to say that his disdain for women is deeply rooted.
Foundational. We'll leave it at that, right? Yes. Okay, next question. Next comment. When people confront or ask him questions, he then blocks them. Yes. Anytime Darius is confronted, he's going to push you away. And he did that with us as friends. He pushes you away. Like my situation, which I am not revealing until my, content for it, was based on when he started to feel pushback from me and the other party. And, he blocked us in life. Back then, we wasn't, me and the other person wasn't even really on Twitter. We had handles, but we didn't use Twitter and stuff. And
Right.
yeah, so yeah, he blocked us in life and on his phone. Actually, yeah, he blocked a lot of people when he escaped to New York from Chicago. Okay, next one is I asked about the coworker who said that they pay stub address and actual address of the business were different and got blocked on Instagram. You shouldn't ask the question. No, I'm just joking. You should just know. I'll say this: just know if y'all ask the questions, you're likely going to get blocked. So if you have those sort of questions, come over here.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm not going to block you for asking those questions. Lesson learned. Just create another handle, and because I know someone else did. He blocked them today, and they created another handle, and he let them back in as a new handle. So I thought he probably wasn't going to accept any new people, because did you know he privated his account, his IG?
I heard.
Yeah. Wonder why you're telling the truth. There's nothing wrong. Why would you private your stuff?
That's how you control the narrative.
Interesting. Media 101. Okay. Next comment. He gets the support due to his funny, infectious personality. Yeah. You can tell that by watching him. Abso-freaking-lutely. He is a joy to be around when he is not dark. Yeah. Absolutely. Again, I was in a relationship, like a real, that he even admits, which I just honestly thought he was gonna kind of dox it like it wasn't nothing. I was young and we wasn't and we, he was infatuated with me, but we were never together. I just didn't know how he was gonna approach that, but he was honest. Again, half truths. He was honest about that, but that's how we ended up being friends for nearly a decade after that. Because although the relationship didn't work, it was like so many other great things about him, especially personality wise, and just fun to be around. I still miss that. I do. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I miss Darius. I miss our late night funny conversations. You acting silly, laughing at me, and running in place. It's so dumb. That's an inside joke. But anyway, he gets it. You get it, don't you, Darius? Did you chuckle?
I missed that. Get food. Let's go get food. Let's go get Oh well.
Right.
Let's go get food, Lavelle.
Okay. Venice is saying, "Hi, Vel. Listen to you all the time. Love you. Make good sense. Thank you. Love you too. I appreciate the support. I'm gonna need as much as y'all can give me." Shayna, I think Shayna. I know Darius is in here lurking. Of course. What's your username, Darius? I want to block you. No, I don't. I really want you to see everything as it unfolds, so that as you start to finally face consequences in life, you'll be able to kind of replay like how it happened. Because you keep saying you don't know how this started. You know how it started.
Yeah.
12 years of scamming people is how it started, allegedly. Like the chickens have come home to roost. And you know what I was thinking? And so, the analogy, the people step on your way up are going to be the same people you see on your way down.
Yep.
And I was like, damn, I'm kind of in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of in the front. Like I'm one of the people of this coalition.
Yeah.
That is like speaking out. And I have a platform that I never would have done. I'm not even the same. My personality is not 100% the same, meaning self-esteem, all of that, being in front of a camera, having a YouTube channel. Even when Darius had the everyday cooking stuff going on, it was entertaining. I loved it. I loved the behind the scenes. Even when he was editing, I was like, that looked complicated, but I never wanted to be in front of the camera. I wasn't secure enough to be in front of the camera. 12 years later, though. Hey, Darius.
Hey, Darius.
Okay. Hey, Don. Don is saying, he'll block you if you ask for a refund or challenge him in any way. Absolutely. But he said in Larry Reid's fiasco of whatever that was, he said that although he has the live customer service things, there's never any issues. Well, it wouldn't be if you're blocking everyone who does have the issues. I guess maybe it appears that way. Let's see who's next. We got quite a few comments, but we probably gonna go. I really was gonna do some stuff more related to the Larry Reid. Excuse me, y'all. This wine got me belching. I was gonna do things in relation to that. Like I really was just gonna review it, and that's the title of this. But I think what we're doing now is fine, and I am gonna address that, Darius. I am gonna address that, and Darius Cooks. I'm gonna address that. And but for tonight, just whatever we're doing right here, and I'm gonna go through the comments and then we'll pretty much wrap it up. We're at 1:10. Darius probably a little tired. He, been up kind of early because he gets on live like early and shit. Oh, he said he was getting on live tonight. God damn it, I should have had my phone here screen recording like I normally do while we was on this. And then I could get off and know what he was. Yeah. Oh, whatever. Can y'all, anybody who screen record, because a lot of y'all be screen recording because I get stuff. Could you guys send me the screen record from his live after the Larry Reid live? Is it lie or live? Was it Larry Reid lie that he just did, or Larry Reid live?
Tonight it was live.
Oh, it was Larry Reid lie. Okay, yes. So if anyone can send me the screen recording of that. I mean, it's so many detectives out here. We got just a ton of people on the case. It is really, really, I don't know, comforting. Anyway, knowing that even if I get silenced in some strange way, it's still going to get out. Okay. And, I got behind the scenes stuff going on constantly. Anyway, but I can only get him so far if his business ethics are poor, questionable. Oh, but he can only get him so far. Yeah, I think he's kind of reached that limit. And although the narrative from his church friends, and I love how he still plays with church. They play with church too much for me. But anyway, his church friends who were on, I should turn my air on, I'm like burning up. Should turn my air on before I got set down. But yeah, they are prophesying that he's facing this storm because he's actually destined for more. No, this was the more. Everything backwards from here. Because this ain't, I don't see it for you, buddy. Yeah, unfortunately. And I only say that because of the law. Okay, next. Diva Juan. Diva, I need you to do a story on this. And if you need any information, I think we got email addresses, but I'm on Twitter. I'm not sure if you are. I feel you emailed me a while back. Email me if you need any assistance with this or direction. But please do a video on this. I appreciate you. See? You see my reach? I don't even have to put it out there. Anyway, I remember him buying you that laptop. Did he take y'all to the store with him? Because that's the other intoxicating thing. Because it makes you, I'm not saying that he did, but just the things that he does is like you feel like you're living with him in a way,
I remember too.
On his live, he says the people can just reach out about or about orders which have already been proven to be a damn lie. This is, how when people are grasping for straws, like they're getting desperate, is that the lies just become so blatant that like anybody who's paying attention is gonna be like, nigga, you lying. Like, I just saw you ignore that other person. I just saw you ignore those 5 people. Like, it ain't even got to be about you at a certain point.
Then you'll say, I don't handle this kind of stuff on social media. Or you get that email that says, I'll get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. He meant 24 to 48 years because he hardly gets back to people. So stop.
Here's the question about that, though. And I want people, this is where we have to be critical thinkers, beehivers. Because I said beehivers. He ain't no beehive because that's a group of excellence. They're bullies, but they're a group of excellence. Excellent bullies. I shouldn't be saying that because then I'm going to get canceled by the beehive. But the beehivers, you guys have to just be critical thinkers in this sense only. Not only, but in a lot of ways in life. Because y'all getting bamboozled by this shit. And it's going to hurt because it hurt us. We got bamboozled. It hurt. We're still dealing with the scars of it. It's traumatic. Like when somebody you love, it's almost like a mate. Like even though Christy and him were never in a relationship in an intimate way, it was extremely close. There was some late night conversations and cryings on the phones and all of that. That's a relation, that's deep. But anyway, be critical thinkers in the sense of you have someone who's always touting everything always goes back to money. Pay attention to that too, y'all. Everything always goes back to how much money he has. Larry Reid and him did the same. Larry Lie and him did the same thing where they got into the finances and making money. That ain't what makes things right or wrong because you were able to profit off of it.
Right.
So he always touts about Darius Cooks always touts about being a millionaire. He hasn't started saying multimillionaire yet, has he? He must still be floating in that. Like he can't get beyond that because all the tax liens and stuff. Is that what it is? Because I'm like, he should be saying I'm a multimillionaire by now. Darius, why you don't say you're a multimillionaire now? Because when you that bank statement you said it was like 100. No, it was $1 million, just over $1 million, just a couple change. Anyway, he says that, but someone who runs a multi-million-dollar, I think he did say tonight, multi-million-dollar business. Where the fuck are your employees? Where's your customer service? I have run much smaller businesses, and I don't do my customer service. I just don't. I do the escalated stuff, but I don't have to do that. And if I have to go to the basic, my shipment late, we got problems with my staff.
Okay.
So the fact that you even getting on for those little insignificant things, y'all pay attention. I almost think he running all this by himself because it's pretty much virtual lies. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. All right, next question or statement or comment. It'll all come crumbling down soon. Absolutely. No, he didn't say what. Could you clarify, please? Because I've been talking so fast. What?
When I was talking about the coffee shop and he was like, I would never be able to do it and all that. I think that's when they replied. That's their reply to that. When Darius said to me, there's enough coffee shops and you'll never succeed and all that.
She's saying he didn't say that to you?
No, no. She was like, no, he didn't say that. I know he ain't say that.
Oh, in that way. Okay, because I was about to go in and I mean, I love you, Dorinda. I mean, Rita, I love you, but I'm sorry. I'm a little warmed up. I'm sorry, y'all. This is too real. Hold me back, Christy. No, I love you, Rita. I'm like, how the hell you gonna tell her? That's what I was about to go. I was about to become Darius, going in on my followers. Okay. No, I'm just joking. I would have did it in kindness, but I was gonna question your why you would say that. Okay, I can tell he has the crab mentality. It's unfortunate too because he does. Yet I know for a fact he would be so much bigger. He'd be richer if he didn't have that. Because the truth is, I can't say that I would not have given up my businesses and accommodated his life in a way to make his dream happen. I can't say that. Now, the truth is, because I'm a serial entrepreneur, I would have kind of did what Christy did. Like, I'm going to help you with your dream. I'm going to put some stuff to the side to make that happen. But at a certain point, I am going to run, go back to my own thing. But that does, you need to depend on me so I can control you. The moment I feel like I can't control you, then there's a problem. Yeah. That's your dark side, Darius, right? Allegedly. You still up, Darius? Are you on your live? Or are you here? I'm trying to feel him. Because you know how if you like kind of been with somebody like a soul tie kind of thing, you can kind of feel him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tap back into that. Hey, Darius. Anyway, congratulations to you and your coffee shop. Absolutely. Could you say how they can reach that again, please?
It's HavanaCoffeeLounge.com. It's Havana Coffee Lounge on Facebook and on Instagram.
Yeah, y'all, please support that because one of our other missions with the Survivors of Darius Cooks Coalition. I'm playing around with names, but I think that's where we landed. Part of our mission is not only to bring healing to those people and give them a voice, like the literal. I hesitate to say thousands because I don't have proof quite on that level, but I know it's like multiple hundreds. Is my internet okay? I was worried about my internet, but it's hundreds, like nearly 1,000, probably, if not that, of survivors. A lot of them they've been hurt, and so some of them aren't ready to talk or they are willing to give information, but it's a lot going on. So we're trying to give them a voice. And then the other piece of that is in whatever way we can help them recoup financially from whatever they lost with Darius. Now, we ain't better do that with everybody. We're realistic. But as many people as we can and in ways that are obtainable. And so supporting Kitchenista. You can find her at Kitchenista on Twitter. I think her handle is pretty much for the most part. I apologize, Kitchenista, because I need to learn this like the back of my hand so I can promote. But anyway, it's either the Kitchenista or Kitchenista on pretty much every platform. You can just search it. You should be able to find her. But anyway, she is the queen who got this situation where she just wouldn't let up, and it started to build from there. And people started to feel more comfortable. And I was actually one of those people. And so what we want to do is Darius became a millionaire allegedly through scamming. I want to build millionaires from his survivors. So why can't Christy have a multi-million-dollar online coffee company? Because she's, she dealt with a lot. And this guy who victimizes people touts that he profits from it. Well, from the scam itself, allegedly.
Yeah.
But also from the doxing when people do come out and speak out, because it's usually one person at a time, sporadically. And so he attacks them, profits off of that, and then moves on to his next victim, allegedly. And so we're trying to just, flip that narrative. That's all. So, I mean, I'm in the front of this, I ain't gonna say front, but it's a couple of us, kind of right now we're faced. I want to make sure that they become millionaires for sure. If y'all want to do the same for me, I'm okay with it. And I mean, part of that is what Darius claimed was the only reason I came out was to build this platform. So you can subscribe below and click that notification bell so we can prove him right. It'll be the first truth he told if we do that. And also you can follow me on Twitter at, any other platform at I am VelB. So yeah, that's what that we'll talk about that more, and we'll try to, we're working on some stuff around here, people. Yeah, she shared it again, and I'm gonna put it in the link below. So Christy, if you could text that to me as soon as we get off of this, so that I can remember to put it in the description area of this video. So if you're watching this later, Darius or anyone else, D-Hivers, you can then just go in the comment area and you'll be able to grab her information.
And one more thing, I'm sorry, Lavelle. So
yeah, go ahead.
I have also another mission. I try to help entrepreneurs get funding for their businesses, entrepreneurs, nonprofits, and things like that. So I have another page on Facebook. It's called Coffee with Christy, and a lot of times I'm posting grant opportunities on that page. So if you need funding, just follow that page and just apply. Get all the money you can from the government. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And so if you any small business owners in there, you're not all yet a millionaire like Darius is. We working towards it, because he wasn't always a millionaire either. Trust me. All them evictions. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. All right, next one. And not that eviction is like, beating people up for it, but when you scam and then that's why you got evicted, that's a whole nother thing. Okay, allegedly. Just so people are messed up when they try to talk down on your dreams. Absolutely. Dream killers. Oh, I distance myself from dream killers. Absolutely. And y'all know over here, again, any of you who are already, been a part of the EOV family, y'all already know what I be over here doing, motivating y'all, reminding y'all. We was just talking about writing a Habakkuk 2:2, writing a vision, making it plain, manifesting. I actually got I'm working on some other stuff, but this then came up, and then Darius outed me before I was ready. I mean, I was working. Actually, I had decided to come out earlier, but everything's God ordained. So I'm good with it. Hey, Darius. I'm good with it. And I wanted to say hi to you in that live. It was refreshing hearing you say, hey, Lavelle, because I hadn't heard that in like 10 years. So that was nice. So hey, Darius. I think that's why I keep saying so. Hey, Darius, I ain't said it so long. Or DTW, because that's what I was calling you, before you ruined our relationship with a scam. Okay. Unnecessarily. And I don't even have to say allegedly with that, because I got the legal documents to prove it.
The truth. It's the truth.
The truth. I just hope our other friend comes out. But maybe you could pay him off, Darius. If you go ahead and pay him his 10 grand, then maybe it'll silence him, even though we're besties now. So funny how that worked out.
Right.
But maybe, he wouldn't be mad at it. Okay, please share with us. Okay, the coffee business. And it's going to be in the comments below because Chrissy's going to give me that information. So again, if you're watching this, record it later. You just want to like click on something. Yes, Diva Wan. Oh my! And I know you like to kind of cover some interesting stories. I got you covered. Holla at me. And this ain't over. It's just starting. We got some stuff about to happen. I'm so excited about it. All right. So he discouraged her, but there are thousands of credit repair companies, many cupcake shops, etc. So what was he talking about? It's getting late. My eyes are getting worse. Exactly. But it's different when it's his dream. And this is the thing about him when it comes to his dreams. I'm spilling so much tea. Mm-hmm. You better not do that shit with him. You bet not. I don't care if he shows you a PowerPoint and you like, oh, that logo is a little fuzzy. You think you can clear that up again? you gonna get some attitude. You're gonna get snapped on, or he might do something kind of a little shady, malicious, like, and you be like, damn, that hurt. like a little jab at you or something. Yeah, you can't do that to him. Like you can only puff him up. Ain't that right, Darius? Would you agree with that? Has your therapist helped you realize that? How does your therapist, like, because I've wondered about that. I mean, lately I've started wondering because he talked about, he has a therapist. Like, are they helping you? Damn.
Oh, he said he has a therapist, huh?
Oh, that's a lot too. Allegedly.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, because he said that.
They say I keep up with him. No, honey, no.
No, I didn't either until now. I'm sorry. Do I now every fucking move? Yes. Did I 3 weeks ago? Not at all. I just did not. I couldn't. It hurt. It hurt to see him because he hurt me so bad. He hurt a lot of us so bad. So, but God healed that enough. And that's a testimony too that I think I'm gonna talk about in a video, because a lot of us have people who have wronged us. This live is getting long as hell. I see y'all logged out. So we're gonna close out in a minute. I'm gonna go through the rest of the comments because I want everybody to be acknowledged, but I'm not gonna ramble as much. But just the fact of, the healing when we've been wronged, and like it hurts, especially when it's from loved ones or just anything. And so we need to talk about that here on this channel. Like, how do we process that, and some coping mechanisms and all of that. And I am in therapy, and I have mentioned that before. And I returned to it months ago, but I plan to continue it. So that's right, Just So Real. Congratulations. Right. We got to support each other. Like, somebody tell you they got a business or a business idea, you ain't supposed to tear it down. You're supposed to build it up, promote it.
Oh, thank you.
He has a very insecure type of personality from what I'm hearing, and from what you're starting to see as well. Okay, next one. Like he wanted to keep Christy to himself. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. Again, we won't go too deep, because Christy got some. I ain't gonna say it. Anyway, I live. They were both on showed how subtle racist they are towards Hispanic Spanish people when they assume there's, oh God, server's name was a Maria and rubbed me the wrong way.
Who? On what? Larry?
I think she may be, or they, I'm sorry, because I can't, don't know. They may be responding maybe to DTW, maybe saying inappropriate things about people of Hispanic and Spanish descent. You've been out to eat.
I was just trying to see what incident you.
Yeah, I took it as, we've been out to eat with him.
Yeah.
And he is not the best part. That part would be cringeworthy for me. Now that I didn't enjoy, when we go out to eat and he would give the service such a difficult time. And this before he had any money. So I can't imagine what it's like now. And basically he would be cooking for the cook the way he ordered. But that definitely that. And I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but that's a part of it too. And I ain't got to say allegedly. That's what I fucking know. Anyway, I'm sorry. Effing no. I'm getting tired and I'm drinking, so I'm all right. Darius said the same thing about paying the server lady. That's a whole nother story. We got so many people. I got one this morning. Don't worry about that. We're gonna clear this up real soon. What trying to pay in cash is to do with avoiding a paper trail. Yeah, because you got to pay taxes when you have a paper trail. Somebody might not be paying taxes or the right amount. Okay, God, that was a part of it too. Now, anyway, I'll cover the Larry Lott thing later. He's trying to hide money allegedly. Yes, I think we have to say allegedly. So let's do that. Okay, hell yeah, he's trying to avoid paper trail and doing some cosmetic surgery back to back. It's so funny. Somebody said he's trying to make sure he spent up all that money in places they can't repossess. That was an inside thing somebody told me. I was cracking up.
Hey.
He's an actor, absolutely, and he's a good one. Did Darius used to act? I feel like he was in church plays. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm like, I kind of remember him acting. Wow. Yes, Warren. Wow. Mr. Darius sounds like he was moving awfully shady for a first-time business owner. Absolutely. Well, his first business, which hasn't been addressed yet, I know about because we were dating then, and I'll be sharing that in a future content. Okay, so I don't know because he started at like a very early age. It was illegitimate. That's all. Anyway. Okay, I don't know what he has why he has the dehivers. I follow him because of the recipes and his personality, like you said. But wrong is wrong. Absolutely, wrong is wrong. Like both of us are admitting that we still love Darius, but wrong is wrong. So I'm gonna call his ass out and I'm blast it wherever I can.
Yep.
It is what it is. By now, I wish people knew that the IRS will watch you long enough to secure that they get a hefty sentence. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. There's a lot of sloppiness going on around here, and yeah, okay, can't say too much. He got the big head. He always had a big head. He just got more money to make it bigger. Without the cosmetic surgery, he didn't even need cosmetic surgery to make that head bigger. Hey, Darius. Okay, I see right through the bull. Thank you. Well, my bull or his? Nah, I know you. I was honest. I did honestly when I decided to come out. I was like, it might help my platform grow too, but that wasn't the reason. It's just common sense in what I do. Hell, if I cover sweetie pies, that increase. I just covered Wendy and whatever her name is. Not whatever, because I love Tabitha Brown. And yeah, my numbers are going up. I ain't worried about that. And they were going up before, and they will go up after him when he's in jail. Next, Chanel, I heard he steals those recipes. Yes. Allegedly. Like, do I have to? Well, a lot of them have been. Go to Twitter, y'all. That stuff is on Twitter. And lipstickalley.com. That's where I really got caught up and then was like, oh my God, are you effing kidding me? That started pissing me off because then I felt bad because I had been silent so long. I felt like I was partly to blame. Because I care about people, not that I really am to blame, but I care about people. So I felt it emotionally. Okay. He does steal them. And that's also proven. And it's ridiculous. Right. Exactly. Thank you. I agree about the mind effing. Yes. I've experienced it. It wasn't a good F. He plays way too many games. If you only knew. If you only knew. We ain't got that many more, Christy. All right, my show. Oh, hey, Edith. She been around. She one of my day ones. But I'm so sorry. My eyes are really struggling. It's like the glasses ain't even helping. But I want to hear about Sweetie Pie is the woman. Wow. Are sick if they like a gay man. What they think it would do for him. For him? What? Okay, I think you're saying because he's gay, what do the dehivers think he would? It's still like, even in a relationship, it ain't always about, the sex and intimacy. It's about the personality and all that. So they get a nice amount from him still, even without that piece of it. And it ain't like he's flamboyant. He is behind the scenes a little bit more than what y'all see. Look at Christy. he as the gays would say, oh, he gives. But I loved his level of masculinity. Like it was just right. Like it was okay. And even when he did that stuff, he didn't do it a ton with us. Well, he didn't do it at all with us by ourselves. So yeah. Anyway, so if y'all got somebody for me, my type is the ones that you can't tell. Anyway, his games won't last too long because he's getting exposed. Yes, that's what I'm here to do. Thank you. I saw him years ago and thought it was just a troll video. And I laughed and moved on. I'm surprised so many people got reeled in. Yeah, actually, that's on purpose. Those ridiculous recipes you guys saw, the stuff that trended, all on purpose to grow his platform to where it is now. Some of what he's doing right now is on purpose to grow his platform. He's actually releasing, rather, and they don't even see through this, the D-hivers, releasing his cookware line and aprons tomorrow, he said. I don't know if he's going to follow through because he might be up with a sleepless night. But yeah, the plan is for him to release that stuff. And so he's going to make some sales. And I heard them. I'm afraid to buy it. I can't wait. When you going to put that link up? Okay, it's fine. We good. Okay, let's say we take Kitchenista, Sonny Anderson, the Servilator, etc., out of the equation. How does Darius exactly? How does Darius explain the lawsuit filed in 2020 by U.S. Foods? I know I ain't even brought that up yet, and other contractors like, well, okay, Christy, you know what I'm talking about. We talked about earlier. Grits and Gravy, Don. He has been with the games for 10 plus years. Absolutely. He's a whole cat in these streets. All right. Catfish. He catfishing millions of women all at the same time.
Fact.
Forget about the refund. Right. Ain't no such thing. He don't believe in refunds. Now your bank might get you a refund, or another vendor who he's used might pay you back and you thought he gave you a refund. We'll talk about that later. Okay. Next. This was to Dorita rather. So that's where the manipulative comes in. Yes. Yeah, that's all he does, really. Everything. Thank you. They'll always make sure they have a small army that got what they ordered. Exactly what I was saying with that. Yep. Well, respectfully, I know he doesn't have to explain his lawsuits only to a judge technically. True, but he has these followers that he wants to believe him and keep giving them money too. It ain't like he put everything on pause and said, well, let me clean all this up and show y'all that I'm, legit. Right. He's still, creating new businesses and saying, y'all invest in this too, because I need enough money to be able to run away with. Okay, so he's too braggadocious for me, a huge turnoff. Yes, he wasn't always that way, though. The money, he became that way. Well, maybe I didn't notice it. Christy, did I just not notice it?
I mean, what was going to brag on? Him sleeping on somebody else's car?
Maybe that's the difference. Exactly. So it was the money that brought that along. Again, money enhances things, but that was pretty suppressed because he didn't have that much happening back then. Correct. Besides the friends that were helping him, nurturing him, loving on him. Okay, and he can't explain why he won't step in why. He don't go to New York? I thought he'd be claiming to go to New York or something.
I don't know.
Actually, today he was talking about traveling to New York. Maybe he won't do business there. I don't know, but I don't know about that. I just know I did hear word on the street is that they ran him out of New York. Is exactly the quote that I've heard for years. I never knew exactly what happened. I do have a request out there for tips. I ain't checked my tip line today. So if you've I haven't checked it since this afternoon. So if you sent any tips to me today, know that I'll get to them. I'll sleep good tonight because right before this live, I was nervous. I wasn't gonna be able to sleep. I was so riled up from that Larry Lai interview. That's why y'all keep commenting. I'm gonna have to bring it to an end. So I'm not a late person. I'm stopping at what's this last one I'm seeing right now? Okay, Dorinda. That's my last one. Let me see. Now I gotta find my way back up here. StreamYard gotta do better. It's hard when you move around a little bit. Oh Lord. Okay, so that's why he got liposuction, so he can flaunt his new self in the prison yard. Let's catch it up to him. Exactly. I feel like I know I'm missing. Okay, here we go. Is that? No, that's not that. Yeah. What am I saying? I feel like this thing had to jump because now I'm seeing people I didn't see before. God dog it. Okay, y'all. I'm just gonna have to stop at a point. I appreciate y'all commenting, but only because we're at an hour and 40 minutes practically, and this was kind of me just needing to make sure Christy. Well, for one, I was gonna vent before I then saw that they tried to mute Christy. But the main thing was I wanted to kind of get some stuff out right after, that, because that was a ish show for real. Like, that was so much gaslighting. Oh my God, I was burning up. You got me tonight, there. You did. Yeah, you got me. I'm getting you back right now. Okay, so next, what is her IG for the coffee shop? We're going to have that below. Christy, just say it one more time for those who may have missed it.
Havana Coffee Lounge, HAVANA Coffee Lounge.
All right. Who's next? Yes, it's at the Kitchenista. So at the Kitchenista, she is our queen. She is our fearless leader or catalyst for this movement. So y'all show her some love. Absolutely. If you are already a part of the EOV subscriber family, I demand that you support her. Give her a follow. She has cookbooks. So any of my cooks out there, even if you just play around, hey, just buy her books. Support her. She got to be a millionaire. I actually claimed her being a millionaire by 2022, January 1st. Let's make it happen. Moving on. All right. I hope you get all your money back. We do too. Because Christy's owed severance that he promised her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Christy's giving all this stuff out. We're going to put it down below. They did say multimillionaire. Thank you for that. I thought I saw that. I swear this thing skipped around. I apologize if it skipped. Sunday's name, because I know her maybe noticed that some of these comments just jumped around. I'm late to the party. I don't know why you are. No, you said you were somewhere. I have 2 friends that were scammed by Darius Cooks. Yes. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for supporting. Yes. She's talking to Sunday. She's sorry for what happened. If you don't mind sharing, it's all coming out. Lavelle's sharing in behalf of Sunday Davis. Watch the replay. Yes. Mine. Not that Larry Lack foolishness. Even though I got to watch it for research purposes. Anyway, 2 of my friends were investors. Oh, she's explaining it. Oh, well, she said it, so I'm going to read it. 2 of my friends were investors and loaned him a large sum of money, believing in his dream, and they could never reach him again. He disappeared and skipped town. Yes, we kind of alluded to some of that. The skipping town was NYC. And then within 2 years, they booted his ass out of there. I'm surprised he's lasted so long in Atlanta, but maybe because it's so spread out. You think that's part of it? Or because it's his celebrity, like he had built a celebrity maybe by then. So,
well, I think he's trying to get to Houston permanently. I think.
Okay.
I have to get
because it's probably the heat is probably getting hotter in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
You moving, Darius?
Hey, Darius.
Hey, Darius. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. So sorry, Sunday. Yes, we are so sorry, Sunday. I know who she's talking about. Vale, have you thought about going on Tasha K? No. All right. Moving on. No, just there are some things happening. Let's just say that. And I watch a lot of people, and I have people who I'm okay with, and I have some people that I'm would do depending on the situation, and some I would not. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But just know that interviews are coming. Okay, Lord Ville, don't go on Tasha K. I didn't even know. I wasn't even reading that as I was talking. No comment. I do watch Tasha K though. I am gonna say that I do watch her, but that's all I'm saying. He claims to have mental health issues and has to go to a therapist. Right? We don't know if that's happening. It needs to. He weaponized mental health, trying to bring down Angela. So there's that, and he did that today because I saw it and captured it. Anyway, next one. She has a good following, and he needs to be exposed. He's done this to too many. Exposed to as many people as possible. That's part of what got him caught up. Is he, as they say, you got the wrong one. She was the wrong one, unfortunately. She was, even though Sonny, I think, was somewhere around the same followers at a certain point. Or about the time he was doxing her 10 years ago. But yeah, like the mentality. She's an Aries, and so am I. So I found that to be very interesting. I felt like a kinship even just in reading her stuff. And now I found out we was both Aries. I'm like, oh shit, he in trouble.
Okay.
Like, we're some of the sweetest people, but we like kids at heart. But damn, our other side, like his, like, yeah, man, we're Rams. Like, we're cute and cuddly, but we got them fucking horns. Anyway, next. The difference is her following caters to all his is specific demographic that isn't tech savvy, and that's on purpose. Yes, because his is mostly like Facebookers. I've learned that too. So now I'm back on Facebook about to do the God's work. And my Facebook was like shut down. I even texted a friend saying, damn, I ain't got no engagement on my Facebook page. I used to have people all day on my stuff. And I didn't realize I had privated so much stuff that people wasn't getting it. So we corrected that. Okay, so I'm telling too much. Make sure to get, I don't know what SG2, I'm not sure. And I could just be having a slow moment because I'm sleepy. And I'm gonna have to count, unfortunately, because it's like still a lot. Oh, wait, okay, no, I don't. Okay, this is okay, good. I'm going this way and I know where to stop. We got like 5 or 6 more. Was he a good boyfriend? Yes or no? He wasn't well, shit. I had issues that I've had to talk to my therapist about the type of people I fell in love with because all of them were narcissists. So it was fun. But I broke up because I felt like I realized at a point it was never about me.
Yeah.
That was why. I literally remember when I made that decision. It's a whole thing. But anyway, I'll say that for another time. The render it really is. This is a really good live. Plenty more to come. Just stay tuned, people. A cat because he has 9 lives with all those scam allegations. That is true. I was saying a catfish, but you are, I might need to hashtags Darius Cat. How many surgeries did he have? Infinity. He just had that one gastric and then a couple lipos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so somebody will get more into that. I'm trying, I have an approach and strategy mapped out on this board right here. And so I'm kind of trying to stay in a certain zone. I'm not going to get too salacious, even though he attempted to do that, bringing up our sex life. I can say a lot, but I ain't going to say it yet. But if he keep trying me, I will. And his feelings going to be hurt. Okay, so No Toxic K is messy and has a lot of haters. For Ville's safety, I would not go on Tasha K. She's cutthroat for a story. Yeah, I've heard all of that. But that was the last comment that I can. Well, let's see. Wait, one says God. So God bless you, Ville. You seem so sweet. Christy, am I sweet?
You are.
Thank you. So yeah, with that, Christy, I thank you so much for not only coming on, and I thought maybe you had to, duck out. You stayed on here a whole hour and 48 minutes. So I really appreciate you for that, because you helped me with, I'm newer to these lives, and so you just helped me be able to work through it a little better, and I appreciate that. And we still got plenty of work to do, and so we know what's happening. I'm so looking forward to some next round.
I think Ananda asked me if I knew the Caucasian Christy. So I only knew her through Beehive. Like, I didn't know her personally. So no, I didn't know her. I don't even remember. I think she went on one of the cruises with us. That's another thing. I helped with those cruises, but we'll talk about another thing.
Right.
Another time. But yeah, no, I didn't really know her. I think it was only a few Beehivers that pretended to be my friends, and those were the ones in Atlanta. So
yeah, it's a long story. And so Christy has more coming. She definitely does. And this was a teaser. It was a teaser for me too, honestly. Again, this was not my original strategy. It's not even written up here. But it was necessary after that Larry Lie foolishness that we just saw. I don't know why he was riding so hard, but he has his own scandal. And I watch occasionally. Like, I was slowly starting to dig his stuff. But tonight, I was like, oh damn, I can't mess with that. Because he ain't trying to hit the other side at all. He's just, because of his own issues, current, present, and past, allegedly, I guess I gotta say, he's automatically assuming this is the same. And Larry, man, it ain't what you got going on.
Those
Y'all
moderators
might be in the same circle, same influencer level. Well, technically Darius at a higher level, but
yeah.
But it ain't the same. And you're gonna be looking back on this like, God damn it, I should have vetted this.
Right.
But it is what it is. So, you know, I wouldn't subscribe no way yet. So, oh well. Okay, so with that, I thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys for being with me in this moment emotionally, because I don't get real personal. Like, I've never gotten this personal. Like, I'm airing some ish. But I appreciate you guys for listening, even though this is it's gossip and it's a trending topic on your way. But I appreciate you guys for that. Make sure to, y'all know I'm learning this stuff. Make sure to join our VIP text community. That's the number below. It's also going to be in the comments. I'm going to be checking out real quick. That's where you can send me direct messages via text. You also get text about our videos that are coming out and the incentives that we're going to have there as well. So definitely join the VIP text community. And as this stuff is developing, I might tease a little stuff over there that I ain't teasing out here in public. So yeah, join the text community. So with that, until next time, make sure to, you guys know what, take care and be blessed. Peace.